Hi, it's Rana, and today is day 14 of Scraptember, and our prompt today is Scraplift. So I am choosing this layout from Kisha Rose James. She posted this on the Pretty Little Studio fans Facebook group, and I decided that for Try It Tuesday, I wanted to try something new. And for me, I really struggle with grids. And I liked the grid that she did here because it's offset. There are places to do like my normal cluster, how it would normally look. And so I thought, well, maybe this will be one that I can do. It won't be such a struggle, and I'll like it in the end and get 8 pictures on a page. So that's what I did. I'm showing you lots of products that I've already kind of gone through out of the different die cut packages from Pretty Little Studio. And then I also have several of the stickers. All of this is from the You Are My Sunshine collection, except for the black alphas, and they are from an older Christmas line. So I'm going to start out with some black splatters, and I'm doing it first instead of last just because there would be so many pictures to cover up. I don't like to get splatters on my pictures, which happens even when I try and cover them up sometimes. So this is Black Dilutions ink, and I set that aside to dry for a while. It did take a while for it to dry for some reason today. So anyway, I've got that done, and I'm just going to lay out these pictures. These are from Play Day, which is at my grandson's school. They have a play day or field day, whatever you want to call it. So we took, of course, lots of pictures, and him and his brother both had play day on the same day at the same school, and both me and their mom went. And when one kid was doing field day, the other one was inside doing the inside activities, and then they switched. So we just kind of tag teamed that, and both of us got to see some of both activities for the kids. So it was a fun day. The kids really enjoyed it, of course. And so that's what I'm documenting today. I thought the You Are My Sunshine collection was perfect with the bright colors. There's a lot of color going on, of course, in these photos, and since there's so many different things, it would have been hard to, just choose one color, although he was wearing a light blue shirt, so I kind of tried to make that one a prominent color. It matched really well with that blue paper that I have now just like a tiny scrap left of, and it's my favorite. So Scraptember is a month-long hop on YouTube. There's also a Facebook group. I will have the playlist down in the description. If you haven't seen it yet, there are people playing along with every day. Every day is a new prompt, and the idea is to get you scrapping and creating something every day. And so far, knock on wood, day 14, I am still on track to get one done every day. And I am almost, it's going to be a real challenge. If I get one every day all the way to the end, it will be a miracle probably, because I don't have much time, and I don't know how I'm going to get them all done, but I'm still trying, and I'm going to do as many as I can. I may not make it all, but it's still been, a record for me, and I've really enjoyed it. So we'll see. I have a couple more pages done in advance, but then pretty much I have all the rest of the prompts to do a layout a day, and I don't know if I get just doing the layout. Maybe I could do, but doing a layout and recording it and doing a voiceover and all of that, it makes it a little bit more time consuming. So we'll see. We will see. I really wanted to, so I'm making it a priority. I'm trying. I'm pulling out all the things. I had several things that I had already kind of pulled out before I started, and now I'm just going to pull out a few of the little borders. I like the navy blue. I think the darker color is kind of needed in each of the clusters. So I'm going to add a little bit of navy blue to each cluster. And I'm going to find some labels here. The top little ticket, it says summer. And so I'm looking for a label now so that I can have a place to put the word almost. Because, of course, this is, I'm not sure, I don't think it's the last day of school, but it's like the day before the last day of school. And they are super excited about it being, almost summer for sure. So that was definitely part of the story here that I wanted to include. I have this many pictures on this page, but then I also still have several pictures left to do. So I think I'm going to do a pocket page for the other half. Oh my goodness, I love this. I was looking for something larger and kind of circular. She made a sun, it looked like, on hers. And so I thought, oh, I like how the circular element worked over there on that side. And this was in the packaging. I'm loving the packaging from this collection. It's just so cute. I made a card out of some packaging the other day. Oh my goodness, it's so fun. There's so many pretty things that are so usable on our layouts. So don't throw that packaging away. That's for sure. It's usable. It is gorgeous. So my title is actually going to be Memories. And the quote that's in orange there is the quote that says, "We didn't realize we were making memories. We just knew we were having fun." And I thought that was fun. It gives me the orange little pop over there so I can have a little pop of orange in each of the clusters as well. I had to cut, I knew I only wanted half of that circle showing, so I couldn't have all the colors, and I ended up cutting the orange off, but I knew I was using this quote anyway, so it worked out. There, I'm still trying to decide. I didn't really know. I put that over there and it fit, but I really wanted just to put the title Play Day. Memories is kind of the title, Play Day is kind of the title. I don't know. We have two titles. It works for me. It doesn't bother me to have lots of words on my layouts, so I like the quotes. I like the little word strips and phrases, and yeah, I like the words, so it doesn't bother me at all. So now's when I'm going to decide, yep, I'm just going to go with Play Day there, because that's what all the pictures, so you look around the whole grid of pictures, and I just wanted the center to just say Play Day because that's what all the pictures are. And obviously, it's Play Day memories, but I wanted Play Day there in the center, so that is what I'm doing. Get those down, and I really like the size of these. I'm going to run out real soon because I think they've been on several layouts lately, and I just got these. I ordered these at the same time as I ordered the You Are My Sunshine collection. So I really haven't had them very long, and I've used them several times. So I'll be out of the A's and E's in no time, I'm sure, and have to order another pack because they've been a great little size for what I'm working on lately, it seems like. And that is, the letters are black, and then I do have the navy border, and I really like how that looks. I don't always like navy and black together, but I don't know, with these titles, I think it's so pretty like that. So I feel like navy is just part of my rainbow that I'm using, all the colors, and black is for my titles, and it just makes the words stand out that much better. So I did do black splatters. I'm going to add some black doodles and a black border around mine, a little messy hand-drawn border, just like Kisha did in hers. And then the words are black, and other than that, that's it. But because the words are black and the little doodles, I just feel like it works well. It makes you notice the words, but then the layout is just about all the colors. So I love how that looks. I like the little clouds up at the top, and then I'm adding several stars in here shortly. Oh, I see what I'm doing. I'm deciding I don't love it just plain. So I took another little bit of that blue that I had, and I made a little fishtail banner so that it would have a place to rest. I didn't like it just resting straight on the border. It just didn't make it pop enough. And of course, I'm going to go ahead and pop it up. So I use a roll of foam tape, but when I have something thin like this, I go ahead and cut it in half. And if you peel off after you've cut it in half, or even if you don't cut it in half, really, after you peel the backing off, it'll go around corners. So you see it going kind of after I peel it off, I can just maneuver it and it'll go right on those little curly ends of the word. And I like how that works, especially when it's a little bit thinner. If you've got the thicker stuff, it may not go around the corners quite as well, but this worked great. So I'm adding a label at the bottom because I wanted to add some green down there, and I really, really wanted a place for my little phrase stickers to go. And I know there's some phrase stickers in there that I want to use. So I am going to have a label for those to go on. And I ended up choosing 3 of those. And I'm still adding foam tape. I like to do the foam tape just on the top parts and then tuck the other parts underneath. My photos on this layout are not popped up. So the only elements that are popped up are some of the little embellishments. So most of the embellishments are flat at the bottom and then popped up at the top. Some of them are flat to the page, and then like memories is completely popped up, and that little blue border under Play Day is also going to be completely popped up. Oh, and one of the clouds is too. So here's where I'm going to use these little alphas in the navy to do almost. So we have almost summer up there. And I'm liking how that looks. It really stands out well and super cute. Added a little bit of wet glue just so it would stick there. So a little tip for you, I don't know if you struggle with this, but sometimes these little printed stickers are hard to get off. So what I like to do is peel the whole backing off and just leave the stickers. So then when you're working, so you can see here, I stopped the camera and started it, but then I left the end in so I would remind myself to say that when I was doing my voiceover. But if you peel that part off, then it's so much easier to get them off of the backing sheet when you're actually working. So I like to do that. Sometimes if you're not careful, as you're peeling it off, it'll still be attached in one little spot or whatever, and then you'll rip your sticker. So if you peel the whole thing off and keep your finger there, you can carefully do that, and you won't have to worry about later on ripping one of your stickers. So that's what I did for that. And then this little border is pretty teensy, so I am cutting each little piece for each little scallop bump because you can't really do a straight line all the way across and make it work. So it's a little bit more trouble, but I like the look of it being popped up there. It just draws your eye right there to that title. And I made it go across, so I like to have some of the things not be perfectly square, if you know what I mean. Like I'm overlapping some of the pictures so it doesn't feel so grid, if that makes sense. So I did pop up the very ends of this little fishtail banner piece, And then the top is going to be flat, and I make it so it goes up to that other picture. And then I'm going to add a little stitching, this little sticker stitching. And it's going to go right across the top there like it's sewn on, and I thought that was super cute. And then I'm picking out my words, and I had already looked at them, and so I knew that there were some. I'm still trying to decide, are you sure that's where you want that? Are you sure you don't want it down here? So it's easier to read, but I don't think it's hard to read over there when you're looking at it, but I do struggle sometimes putting titles and quotes and things sideways. I don't know why. That's just me. I need to get over it because it's really cute in the end and I like how it looks. But I kept like that's in the back of my mind, I think, as I'm going. So first I was going to do the white background ones, but lucky me, I bought both. So I have the colored ones and the white ones. So if it was going over a picture, then the white ones are perfect. But this going on this label, since the label's white, I thought it was, even cuter to have the colored background. So my little phrase stickers say, let the adventure begin. Laughing is so much fun, and crazy friends are the best friends. And I thought that was fun and appropriate for play day. He was having so much fun with his friends. I love the pictures. They do so many for field day. They do so many relays as a class, so they're going against the other classes in each grade. And I think there's maybe 4 classes for each grade in his school, or in both of the boys' school. But so they did one where they had to have their arms connected, but they had to get through a hula hoop, and you pass it down, but you can't ever let go of the person next to you's hand until you're through, the hula hoop is through. And then they did one where they pass a sponge back and forth. It gets wet, and then they pass it back, and then at the end of the line, you squeeze out the water, and the first class that has their bucket full of water wins. So of course everyone gets soaking wet because honestly, the kids cared more about getting each other wet than they did about filling up that bucket. Let's be honest. It's so fun to squeeze it on the person behind you. But it was fun to watch, and they loved it. And it was a really hot day, so it was fun. They enjoyed it. And then we have the sack race, of course, and the inside stuff. They had some really big inflatables, and they had just a lot of fun little things for them to do. They played dodgeball in the gym if they wanted to, and the kids just got to choose. So they could basically run wild in the school doing whatever activities they wanted to. And, outside at field day, it was very organized, and they had all of the different races and things and winners and that kind of thing. But inside, they were able to just go and do what they wanted to do. So I'm adding my little pluses or crosses, whatever you want to say, little doodles here and there, and I thought that was just a fun little added touch to go along with my splatters. I've done that a couple of times recently. Do you guys do that? Do you do something and you do it on 3 or 4 layouts in a row, and then you forget about it for another year, and then maybe you'll pick it back up again later? I know I do. But anyway, the end result I really like. It was a fun one to lift. Again, the original layout was from Kisha Rose James. And if you want to see her layout, you can look in the Pretty Little Studio fans Facebook group. And that's where it is. And you can see my stars that I used and all the things. So I really appreciate you watching. I am getting really close to meeting the next threshold for a prize, and the prize is going to be a gift certificate. So subscribe, like, comment, tell your friends, all the things, and I will be doing a giveaway very soon. We will see you again tomorrow with Scraplift Crafternoon, so another Scraplift tomorrow. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye-bye.